exist. Well, here's what happened. 2 days later, the neighbors were calling, hey, we're hearing yelling coming out of the attic at Fats's house. Get back over here. When they arrived, Fats Domino had been up there the whole time with 4 of his family members. They did pull him out of there. Keeping with the stories of Katrina, look on your left. Mr. David was in his 60s at the time of Katrina. He survived it, and he has dedicated the rest of his life to documenting what happened there. So look what he did. He opened himself his own home museum. Now, he owned the little brick house on the left. He owns that. He had that during Katrina. He bought the white one after. And in that little shed there, he has lots of photos from the time of Katrina of documenting what happened. Now, you see the writing on his house, that white house there? That is directly from FEMA. That's the date that FEMA arrived. The TFW is the abbreviation of the crew from FEMA. The 0 to the left would be the number of pets they found dead. The number at the bottom, the number of humans. And NE means no entry. The folks that lived here had evacuated at that time. Yeah, so a lot of people save that from FEMA as kind of a reminder about what happened here. All right, now, here comes a success story. Some good news. Welcome to Musicians Village. Harry Connick Sr., the father of Harry Connick Jr., and Ellis Marsalis, he's the brother of the jazz legend Wynton Marsalis. They discovered that a lot of musicians also lost their homes during Hurricane Katrina. So together with Habitat for Humanity and a much better contractor than Brad Pitt got, they rebuilt this whole neighborhood. So what you're about to see is really how you do it. Houses up on stilts, right, or up on cinder blocks. That's how you build houses in floodplains. So as we work our way through here, you guys are going to see that. And again, remind you, paint your home any color you want, okay? Isn't that cool? Uh-huh. Yes, I love those too. Yes, so we'll come through here and see these. Now, for example, here on the left.
Some people are off the grid by the appearance.
Yes, and there's a lot of solar panels on these too. That's another thing that happened post-Katrina. They began to invest in solar energy. Here's one of the neighborhoods that they did that in. All right, guys, there are a lot of children that live in this neighborhood. So to get back to the kids, Mr. Connick and also Mr. Marsalis decided to give back to those kids in the form of 2 special things. Look on your left, coming up, you're going to see a jazz-themed playground. So the piano keys and the trumpets, isn't that amazing? Now my favorite thing is coming up right across the street. Here is the Ellis Marsalis Cultural Center. Little kids can come here and learn how to play jazz totally free. They have a music instrument exchange program here. That means kids can learn as many instruments as they like. My understanding is that when they're in town, Harry Connick Jr.